What's up, YouTube? Lloyd of Houston, aka LTH, coming at you with a video. 713 to Bio City, we up in here. And as you know, today is NFL schedule release day, and the full schedule is out when it comes to the Houston Texans. Yep, every Texans fan has been waiting for the schedule to be released and to find out who Houston plays in week 1. And now it's officially here. So let's go over it, shall we? So I'm gonna start off with preseason, which really don't mean much, but I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it a little bit. So the preseason, they host the New Orleans Saints, to see what the rookies are all about, to see who earns a spot. And the second preseason game will be against the Rams of LA, the Super Bowl champs in LA. And then the third and final preseason game will be against the Niners, the game that determines who makes it to the final roster spot. So preseason don't really mean everything. So week 1, Houston will be hosting the Colts at home in all white, Liberty whiteout. So that's the first division game of 2022. Then they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos and Russell Wilson. Going to be a pretty tough game at Mile High. Then they go to Chicago to take on the Bears in Chi-Town. Then they return home week 4 to take on the LA Chargers, a rematch of 2021 matchup. Then the second division game will be at Jacksonville when they take on the Jaguars. And then week 6 is the bye week. And then come week 7, they travel to Las Vegas to take on the Raiders of Las Vegas. And then the third division game, they take on the Tennessee Titans at NRG Stadium. And then followed by a Thursday night game against the Eagles, week 9. And the game I'm trying to go to this year, that in 2022. Then they go to the Meadowlands to take on the Giants, and then return home to take on the Commanders of Washington. Then they go to Miami to take on the Dolphins, and then the anticipated match right here, week 13, they take on the Cleveland Browns. Deshaun Watson returns to Houston. Assuming he doesn't get suspended, doesn't miss any games. Hell, I hope he don't get suspended, because I want to beat Deshaun Watson. And then they go to AT&T Stadium to take on the Cowboys of Dallas at AT&T Stadium, a game that I'm looking forward to. And then they host the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs shall be a fun matchup. And then they play their remaining 3 division games to close out 2022. And what do you know? The Texans go to Nashville to take on the Titans. Well, at least they don't have to play Tennessee the final game of the year this year like they have the past 3 times. And then the Jaguars come to town to kick off the new year in 2023 to take on the Jaguars. They host the Jaguars. And then the final game will be in Indy, where Houston travels to play the Indianapolis Colts in Indianapolis. So that's the schedule for the Houston Texans 2022. I want to go ahead and do a prediction of which team the Texans will beat and which team Houston will lose to, but also wanted to do it another way, to see what their records and how many wins that I see the Texans winning this go around. So if I were to predict how many games Houston wins, based on the moves they made, don't want to go what's on paper, but if I were to predict how many games they win this year, give me about 7 to 8 wins at best. 7-8 wins at best. Or even 9. I'll be surprised if they win double-digit games, but give me 7 to 9 wins for the Texans in 2022. I could be wrong, but not guaranteed that they'll reach 7 to 9 wins, but as they say, only time will tell. So, and Yes, I'm looking forward to attending Houston Texans games this year. Cause man, I'm way overdue for sure to go watch my team in person. So yeah, so that's what I have to bring y'all to tonight. So until my next video, Houston checking on up out of here. Peace, love, and respect. 713 to Bio City. Go Texans. I'm out.